All right. Win is a good win. Glad we're not in the Oregon State, Kansas State column.
What do you think of Gilbert's performance on that last drive?
Well, he did a great job. You know, I thought he played pretty well the whole game. We didn't protect him as well as we needed to, but they got a couple guys that are pretty decent in the front. He stood in and made some throws and I thought he saw everything pretty good this ball game. So he's you know, I don't know what his percentages were, but I thought he did a nice job. But the last drive, he hung in there and made some plays.
One of the big receivers there is Joseph. He caught the touchdown catch. He now has something like 23 on the season. What have you seen out of him, and what did you see out of him tonight?
Well, tonight, you know, he had a couple other chances, I think, to make a couple more, but the numbers wouldn't even be bigger. But I was glad to see him because he's worked really hard. I was glad to see him make that play, and he did what he was supposed to do. And in games past, Garrett would have run the ball off of the coverage that we got, and the secondary break that Darius makes is the one that we haven't been hanging in to throw. And Garrett hung with him and hit him, and that was great to see.
Is that more of a confidence thing from the offensive line standpoint? I know you made some personnel changes tonight during the game. Is Garrett getting more confident, you know, in staying in the pocket and making his runs?
I think you know, I just watched him tonight. He stood in there a little bit more than he has in previous games. Even the very, very long throw that he completed to Jeremy, in games past, I think he would have pulled it down and run because we didn't block the edge. And he just kind of slid and kept his vision and made a big play, and then he took a hit.
What did you think of Montana State's defensive approach, especially against the pass in the first half?
Montana State's defensive scheme is very sound. They do what they do, and you know, we had some opportunities to make some plays, but we didn't. But you know, they played the way we thought they were going to play, and they do a great job as coaches with their scheme, and they have a couple guys in there that are pretty good players.
How much did Jabryce Taylor's
touchdown
touchdown change your message at halftime to the team?
Well, it was a big play. I mean, I was thinking big return, and I was getting the field goal team ready. So if he had a big return, that we didn't have a timeout, so we had to run the field goal team on, and then he took it to the house. So that saved that problem. So that was good to see. But you know, you have to have players make plays, and he, you know, as a true freshman, got in there, caught the ball under pressure. He did some good things, and he's a great kid, really good football player.
Casey Limchi's been on campus 3 years, scores a touchdown on his first touch of his college career. What do you think of his performance?
Well, that was an individual effort that was pretty. We busted an assignment. We didn't block the A gap, and a guy hit him in the backfield, and it was all on his own. I mean, we didn't block anybody for him, I can tell you that, and he got it in. There's a kid that came here and you know, just has worked his rear end off in the classroom and on the practice field, kept a positive attitude, and I was really happy he got some time in the game.
Does switching from Prescott line to Casey Limchi allow you to do different things scheme-wise?
You know, not really. It kind of, you know, because Casey's probably strength is running and catching and run after the catch. But you know, it concerns me sometimes with the blocking scheme. Prescott actually has done a very, very good job as a blocker in the passing game. And you know, he and Traylon have a pretty good understanding of that part of it.
Does the bye week coming up make this win even more important, so you don't have 2 weeks to think about it if it had gone the other way?
You know, the bottom line is when you're 1-1 at bye week, it's a lot better than 0-2.
Anything else?
Thank you, Coach, for coming. Thanks.
Appreciate it.